This body oil is from the hair store and it is called Michelle Obama. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back to my channel. If you're one of my besties, if you're not one of my besties, stop what you're doing right now and click the subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload every couple of days. Now, if you can't tell by the title already, which I'm pretty sure this is why you clicked on the video, today we're going to be doing a different kind of video. We're going to be doing my feminine hygiene routine. Now, we all know that it's springtime, it's about to be summertime, it's about to be really hot, and I'm pretty sure everyone wants to know how to smell good and how to stay fresh during this weather. So, of course, I'm going to be giving you guys my personal favorites, and I'm also going to be dropping some hidden gems and letting you know where you can get them from. So, first things first, also, I have a list on my phone right here, which just showcase everything that I want to go over in this video. So first things first, we're going to go over oral hygiene. Now this is going to be my mouthwash, my toothpaste, and the floss that I like to use. So first things first, we're going to start with the floss. This is the preferred floss I like to use. It is the Oral-B with the pointy tip on the end. Now, personally, I like to use these because I do have braces, so using string floss is a little bit harder when you're trying to get behind your bracket or your wire. So I do prefer to use a pointy tip floss because it does get in those hard to reach places that you cannot get with the string floss. Now, I personally got these in my first hygiene shopping video, which you can find on my channel. I think for 150 of these were about $8. So go get you some of those. Next, we're going to go over the mouthwash I like to use. I get this mouthwash every time I go hygiene shopping. I recently uploaded a hygiene shopping video. Let me just tell y'all. This mouthwash right here, it is the Colgate Peroxyl. This is my holy grail. When I tell you it has 1.5% peroxide, and I don't know if it's the peroxide that does it, but after about a week consistent using this twice a day, I use it 3 times a day because I have braces, so I try to brush in between meals. But when you're using this consistently twice a day, I kid you not, you're going to see a difference in how white your teeth is. And you're going to see a difference in your breath and your overall cleanliness of your mouth. Now, there is an alternative. You can also use TheraBreath. I personally do not use TheraBreath. I've used it before, but after using this for about a year now, I definitely prefer this over the TheraBreath. Next, we're going to go over toothpaste. This is a toothpaste I use. I've always been a Crest girly. Even though I did recently say in my last hygiene video that I am going to go and I'm going to try to use Colgate and see if I like it. But I've used Colgate before. I've used Sensodyne. I've used toothpaste like that. I've used a bunch of different toothpaste. I've used charcoal toothpaste and things like that. I always go back to Crest. I feel like this paired with the Colgate, it leaves my teeth super white. I don't have any issues with my breath throughout the day because we know that can be a problem. It's normal. We're all human. I don't have any issues throughout the day with my breath. You don't have any tongue smell or anything like that because I brush my tongue and things like that. I definitely go with the Crest. Now, I don't have a specific kind of Crest that I do use. I honestly just use what I lay my eyes on first. And this is the Crest Scope Outlast. This is the value pack. This is $6 at Target. It might be cheaper at Walmart or Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. Whatever your local dollar store is, it may be cheaper there. But this is the $6 value pack, and it comes with 3 boxes in one. Next, we're going to go over to skincare. Now, this is going to be your soaps, your face washes, your scrubs, your exfoliating gloves, things like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, we're going to start with my personal favorite. This is a soap that I've been using for about a year now, but let me tell you, I've only had to buy it maybe 3 times. And I know you're probably wondering, girl, how? Let me show you just how big this soap bar is. This is my, well, it looks a little funny, but this is my K Naturals turmeric soap bar. I maybe had to buy this soap maybe 3 or 4 times within the last year because when it comes literally triple the size of this little bar. I've had this bar for maybe 3 months. It comes triple the size of this bar, and I kid y'all not, it works wonders. Before this soap, I had a lot of dark marks from popping my pimples and things like that. And let me just tell y'all, dark marks gone. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my skin is not the best. There's still a little bit of texture in my T-zone and my chin area. That soap, when you use it consistently, I kid you not, chef's Kiss, and this is not a paid promo. This is the All Lips Turmeric Face Scrub. I'm not gonna lie, I do not use this every day because it is high staining. I don't know what it is about the turmeric in this scrub, but it is very high staining to, like, you know, your exfoliating gloves, your whitewash cloths, things like that. It's very high staining, so I do not use this every day. I use it maybe twice a week, but the soap bar, I do use it every day. These two products, chef's kiss, because the days that I do use this, super smooth like a baby's butt. I definitely recommend getting this and getting the K Naturals, and I will be linking them both in my description. Next, we're gonna head over to the Cetaphil and the Claricel products. First things first, I do use these Claricel Rapid Rescue Deep Treatment Pads. These are gonna be like your face like face wipes basically. I take 1 to 2 per day, and you just go ahead and wipe. I usually do this before I use the soap. Just go ahead and wipe. I'm not gonna lie, there is a bit of a burning sensation, just a bit. There's a bit of a burning sensation, but once you pretty much get used to it, you don't even feel it anymore. And it definitely deep cleanses, and it takes away all of that, you know, that top layer dirt that we accumulate throughout the day. Next, we're gonna head over to the Cetaphil. This is a daily face wash cleanser, but I'm not gonna lie, I do not use it daily. The only product that I really use daily is the K Naturals soap bar, and then we're gonna go over my sunscreen. I do like this a lot. I don't really use it that often, so I can't really tell you like if I see consistent results because I don't use it consistently. But this is another good face wash. It is a foaming face wash, so once you use it, you know, you just lather it up. It's gonna foam right on your face, and it's like the soap bar. It's just I prefer the soap bar because I've seen results from the soap bar, so I kind of stick to what I know basically. But this is an alternative to the soap bar. It doesn't have turmeric, so if you can find one with turmeric or maybe add some turmeric in it, I'm not sure if that's gonna work out, but don't knock it till you try it. Next, we're gonna go over the sunscreen that I prefer to use, and yes, I would like to say everyone should be using sunscreen because, guys, before I started using the K Natural soap bar like consistently, I did not know. Let's just say if you have hyperpigmentation or dark marks, the sun is gonna make it worse. So I prefer to use this Black Girl sunscreen. Now, this does cost about $6, I think. Don't quote me on that. But this is SPF 30. I'm not gonna lie, the higher the SPF you can get, the better. You definitely can use it even if you're not a black girly. I would recommend this sunscreen to anybody. It has a moisturizing after effect. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like the harsh glow that it leaves you with directly after using it. But after about 30 minutes to an hour, it does wear off and it doesn't have that harsh of a glow. I love this product. These products have made it to where I don't have to have a lengthy skincare routine with 9-10 products. I literally use the sunscreen and the K Naturals every day, and my skin has been so much better. If I could find a before picture, I'll insert it in here, but I had a lot of dark marks, a lot of hyperpigmentation, and now my skin is almost one color, and I'm losing the texture. So these two products, go get them. Last but not least, for the skincare category, we're going to go over exfoliating. Now, me personally, I exfoliate 3 times a week. Some people say you should be doing it every day, but I don't personally do it every day. Now, this is personal preferences. I exfoliate 3 times a week using the I'll go in with the Cetaphil, and then I'll go in with my K Naturals turmeric soap bar, which is right here. I'll go in with these two, exfoliate, and then once I'm done with that, I'll go in and go ahead and put on my sunscreen, even if I'm going to bed. Good thing about exfoliating is it does get deep in your pores, and it does get those clogged pores, those clogged areas. Now, for me personally, my forehead, my nose, and my chin are the most clogged areas I have, so that's where I focus with the exfoliating glove. You literally just you put the glove on, you shimmy, and then you go like this, like that. Make sure you get it in there, and I tell you, you're gonna feel so smooth once you add these to your routine. Game changer. And they get a lot of dead skin off because, guys, we accumulate dead skin like every day. The same way your hair sheds like every day, we accumulate dead skin like every day. I love these because, like I said, it goes in and get those clogged pores and it gets that dead skin off of my face. That's going to be it for the skincare routine and the skincare category. Next, we are going to go ahead into body care. Now, this is my personal favorite category because I love to smell good. I love body washes that smell good, but I also love to be clean. First things first, we're going to start with our antibacterial soap, but in this category, you're going to find the body washes, the deodorants, the body lotions, the antibacterial soap bars, and things like that. So, first things first, we're going to start with the antibacterial soap dial. I use the orange dial bar. But I'm not going to lie, I don't use it every day because it's very, it leaves you very rough. It's a very dry soap because it's antibacterial. No fragrances or anything. It is a very dry soap. So first things first, when I'm in the shower, I go ahead and I go in with this dial bar on my entire body. Entire body from neck down. I get behind my ears with it and everything. Make sure you're washing behind your ears. I get behind my ears with it and everything. I love this soap bar. I do not use it every day. I want to say I use it maybe 3 times a week. Okay, now another alternative to this soap bar will be your Dove sensitive skin. Is it sensitive skin or sensitive soap? It's sensitive skin. Now this is more so of a beauty bar. It's not really antibacterial, but this is a sensitive skin product, so it is an alternative. But over the two, I would definitely prefer the Dove over the, I would definitely prefer the dial over the Dove. So once I go in with my dial, which is a dry soap, it's antibacterial, you need to go in with a hydrating soap. Now this is going to be your Dove body wash, or my personal favorite is going to be your EOS body wash. Now let me tell you about my girl EOS. So this EOS body wash, I got put on to EOS, I want to say around January. I kept seeing it on TikTok and I was like, you know what, let me just try it. So you guys can actually go back and watch my first hygiene shopping video, which is on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe because you see me picking up this. And I told you guys I was going to update you on how much I liked EOS. When I tell you EOS has replaced my Dove completely with the lotion, everything, it's replaced my Dove. This is specifically the EOS Coconut Waters scent. I love this scent. This is one of the scents. This is actually my first time restocking EOS, and I had to restock on the coconut waters. EOS, this is one of those body washes that leaves you very, very smooth. Like, it's kind of like when you get out the shower, you don't even have to put on lotion. Because after I'm using EOS, I literally feel so smooth after the shower. I literally glow to the point where I'm not ashy. I don't have to put on lotion most times. I still do, but sometimes it's not necessary to put on lotion after using this. And the fragrance lasts so long. This is definitely a must after you use the dial. So let's just recap. First things first, I go in with the dial, then I go in with my EOS, and I use the dial about 3 times a week. So yes, about 3 times a week you'll see me washing, not you'll see me, but I'm washing up twice, 3 times a week. After the EOS, like I said, this is my preferred body wash. Now your alternative to EOS is going to be things like Dove or Shea Moisture, but me personally, I prefer to have EOS over all of those. Now that we've gone over body washes, next it's time to go in with the next step in our shower routine, which is going to be the lotion. Now here I am going to talk about 2 different kinds of lotion, one that I prefer and then one that I used to use. So first things first, we're going to go with what I used to use, which is this Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Body Lotion. Now Aveeno is one of those lotions that also leaves you super smooth. I will say that when using Aveeno, a little goes a long way, which is kind of the opposite for my personal favorite, but everything has its flaws. Now Aveeno, it does not really have that much of a scent, so you're not really going to be smelling good, which the goal is to be fresh and smell good. This is one of those lotions you're not really going to be smelling good, but you're going to be super soft. So that's the thing about Aveeno. A little goes a long way, and it doesn't really have any fragrance. Now, it is known to help improve dry skin because I used to have very dry skin. Once I started using the Aveeno, it helped with that. They also have alternatives like sensitive skin lotion and oat lotion, things like that. So I would definitely recommend Aveeno to someone with very, very dry skin. Next, we're going to talk about my personal fave, and you guys already know it's by EOS. I'm going to talk about the EOS 24-Hour Moisture Body Lotion. Now, I'm not going to lie, this specific scent I have not tried yet. But I will say that the EOS body lotion is very lightweight and it does leave you super smooth. Now, unfortunately, unlike the Aveeno, a little does not go a long way. With EOS, you kind of do have to cake it up to get your whole body. But that's kind of the only flaw. Like, it really leaves you super smooth. There's no heaviness on it. It does not leave you ashy. It's not a greasy texture. Like, I love this lotion. I love this lotion down. Okay, last but not least in the body care category, which I'm so sad this category is coming to an end because we all know this is my personal favorite, we are going to talk about deodorant. Now, here I am going to talk about women's deodorant and men's deodorant, and I'm going to tell you guys why. So first things first, let's go over the women's deodorant. I have two. I have the Dove Even Tone and I have the Shea Moisture Even Tone. Now, between the two, I do personally prefer the Dove Even Tone over the Shea Moisture. I've seen more results with Dove, just evening out my armpit and things like that. Just evening out my underarm, basically. I've seen more results with the Dove than I have with the Shea Moisture. Also, I'm not going to lie, the Shea Moisture, I hope this is a safe space when I say this. The Shea Moisture kind of does not do anything when it comes to, I don't know, what would it be, like odor control? If you call it, like, there's still an odor when you use the Shea Moisture, which is why I don't really use this. But it is a good product still. It just does not do much for me when it comes to odor control. Now, this is a personal thing and it may be different, but my preference would be the Dove. Dove takes the cake because I see results with the Even Tone. It does take that odor control. There's no odor or no must or anything when using this product. So if you want to use an even tone deodorant, an even tone women's deodorant, I would definitely go in with the Dove over the Shea Moisture. Now we're going to talk about men's deodorant. So here I have the Old Spice Old Spice Fiji men's deodorant. Now, I have had some people tell me that men's deodorant work better than women's when it comes to odor control. So if you are someone that sweats really heavy or you just have more of an odor in your arms, I definitely recommend the Old Spice. It has a good smell. Now, you may smell like a boy for a couple of hours, but the odor control, chef's kiss. Now we're going to go ahead and go in with shaving and fem care tips, such as, you know, pads and things like that. So first things first, we're going to start with shaving. Now, I do not have my razor box to show you guys because I accidentally threw it away. But I am going to insert the picture right here. This is the razor I use. It is a 5-blade razor and it comes with one replacement. Not gonna lie, the replacement razors that you can get from like Walmart and things like that, they do cost about, you know, $10 for 3 of them. But personally, I feel like it's worth it because you're basically saving your razor. You're just disposing actual blade, if that makes sense. But this is a new product that I recently started trying. It is the EOS Body Shave Cream. I'm not gonna lie, y'all might get tired of me mentioning EOS, but bestie, listen, this shave cream has the same smoothing qualities as the lotion and the body wash. I have no complaints when it comes to EOS products. I recently started using this, and when I tell you guys, I noticed a big difference in the things like, you know, the ingrowns and things like that. I noticed a big difference. It is a hydrating. It doesn't leave you dry like some shave creams will. This is hydrating. It leaves you so smooth after the shave. While you're using it, there's no nicks, no pricks, no cuts, no nothing. If you haven't already tried this product, go get this product. I have it in the Vanilla Bliss scent. Vanilla is one of my favorite scents. Vanilla, pumpkin spice, those are my favorite scents. Cinnamon, things like that. I would buy this a million times if I had to. I'm going with EOS every time. Every time I'm going with EOS. So now we're going to go over to pads. Now, I do use 2 brands of pads. These are the only brands I use, and I'm going to go over why. Well, the first one I really don't know why, but the second one I do. So first things first, we have these L brand chlorine free pure cotton pads. I love these. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, I cannot give a specific reason why I love them. I just know you feel a difference. Like, I've been using these for maybe 2 or 3 years. You feel a big difference, like between the always and the poise. I don't know what it is, but you feel a difference. You feel a difference. There's no leakage, and I use the one, these do have wings, but they have non-winged ones. Sliding around, this is a safe space. This is a safe space. I don't have any issues with it sliding around or anything like that. I love these. Also, they are very affordable. You get 42. There's 42 in here. You get 42 for like $8. That's a steal. I love these. So I usually use these towards the middle to end of my cycle. But during the beginning, you know, when those cramps are really bad and your mood is like very moody, I use the honey pot. Now, I went over the honey pot in my hygiene shopping video, but let me just give you guys a more in-depth of the honey pot. So this is the honey pot packaging. It has their logo on it. I love that. Honey pot, now look, honey pot has this herbal tingly feeling when you put it on, and I don't know what type of sorcery or type of witchcraft they're doing, but when you put that herb on while you have cramps, it's like it helps your cramps. I don't know what it is, but it helps your cramps. So these are about $8 and you only get about 20 of them. They do have different kinds. They have a light blue, they have a yellow, they have a non-herbal for those who don't want the tingly feeling. But I personally I use the hot pink ones every time for the herbal. The herb is the tingly feeling. I love these. I use these the beginning, maybe the first 1 to 2 days of my cycle, and then I use these after. Love them both. I definitely recommend them both. Last but not least, we're going to talk about smelling good and perfume. Okay, so personally, I don't really have any perfume to recommend you guys because I'm still learning about perfumes. So if you have any perfume recommendation in the comments, please give them to me and I'll review them on here. But let's go ahead and go in with my favorite body wash and my favorite lotion and my favorite body oil. So, of course, the body lotion I prefer to use is going to be the EOS body lotion. And then I also use that with the Dove Even Tone. Ooh, the sun is hidden. But I also use that with the Dove Even Tone deodorant. And then, of course, the EOS body wash. Those three, mwah. But if you want extra smell, I go in with body oil. Now, I'm not going to lie. This body oil is from the hair store and it is called Michelle Obama. But this Michelle Obama, it smells just like vanilla mixed with cinnamon. I love this. I put this on after the shower. I put it on no matter what I'm doing. After the shower, if I'm going to my kitchen, I put this on because it smells so good and it lasts so long. Go get you some body oil. It does not have to be Michelle Obama, but get you some body oil. Let me show you how to put it on. You literally put it a little bit right here. You just roll it, and then you just rub it around. Like, that's it. I'm smell like, and a little bit goes a long way. This is where we're going to end off on our feminine hygiene routine, besties. Let me know if some of the tips I gave are very helpful to you. Let me know if you go out and get these products. Let me know how you love these products. And if you have any product recommendations, let me know in the comments. This is a safe space. And I'm pretty sure we all want to stay fresh and smell good, especially during this hot weather. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you, bestie. Bye.